Welcome back, USA Coins, your favorite YouTube channel where every coin tells a story and every cent could be worth a fortune. Today, we are diving deep into a very special piece of American numismatic history, the 1976 D. Lincoln cent. Yes, that small copper coin sitting in your piggy bank or hidden in an old drawer might just be worth way more than you ever imagined. And if you're thinking, it's just a penny, hold on to your seats because the truth might just blow your mind that we're not just talking about history, we're talking about real market value, rare varieties, collector demand, and most importantly, how your 1976 D penny could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's hot coin market. So, grab your magnifying glass, coin flips, and a cup of coffee, because this is going to be an unforgettable deep dive. Let's start where it all began. The Lincoln Cent series was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first American coin to feature a real person's face, breaking the tradition of using symbolic figures like Lady Liberty. By 1976, America was celebrating its bicentennial, 200 years of independence. While quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins received special bicentennial designs, the Lincoln cent remained unchanged, continuing the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But here's where it gets really interesting. In 1976, the Denver Mint, represented by the small D mint mark under the date, produced a staggering 4.2 billion Lincoln cents. With such high mintage, you'd think these coins are common, cheap, and basically worthless, right? Wrong. So wrong, because within that massive mintage, there are hidden treasures. Rare errors, off-center strikes, double dies, minting anomalies, and pristine uncirculated examples that collectors are hunting like modern-day gold miners. Let's break it down. There are several key factors that determine the true value of a 1976 D. Lincoln cent. If your penny is heavily worn, it may be worth face value, but if it's in mint state condition, especially MS 65, MS 66, or higher, it can bring serious money. In MS 67 red, these coins can command hundreds of dollars. And the population drops dramatically at this level, making them highly desirable to high-end collectors. A red MS 67 example can reach prices above $500, and sometimes even more depending on auction demand. This is where things get juicy. There are several known error types that collectors are actively searching for in 1976 D pennies. Look for doubling in the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." Coins struck 5% to 80% center are valuable. These are die cracks between the B and E in Liberty that look like the letter I, clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a planchet cutting error. These errors can boost your penny's value from a few cents to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here's where it gets really exciting. Recently, high-grade 1976 D. Lincoln cents have been sold at auctions for prices that most people wouldn't believe. One near-perfect MS 67 plus RD example fetched a jaw-dropping $5,850 at auction. That's right, over $5,000 for a penny you might find in your spare change. Why? Because top-graded examples are scarce, and collectors with registry sets will pay big money to get the best of the best. Across coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, the 1976 D. Lincoln penny continues to grow in collector interest. The market value is holding strong, and for special varieties and high grades, the value is climbing. According to current listings, average uncirculated coins can sell for $5 to $25, and gem uncirculated coins can push $100 and above. And error coins? They're fetching $200, $500, even $1,000 or more, depending on rarity and appeal. So now the million-dollar question: how can you find a valuable 1976 D penny? Use a magnifying glass or digital microscope to check for doubling or errors. Look for full red luster. The more brilliant the color, the higher the value. Examine the coin strike. Sharp details mean higher grade. Weigh it. Some transitional planchet errors weigh differently and can be incredibly rare. Get it graded. Use services like PCGS or NGC if you think your coin could be valuable, and when it's time to sell, auction houses often bring the best prices. Online coin forums and Facebook groups are great for networking. Or go through a reputable coin dealer for a quick and fair transaction. So the next time you see a 1976 D Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside. That little copper coin might hold a story, and a fortune, because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power, and every coin has potential. Remember, some of the most valuable pennies ever sold came from ordinary pockets. And yours might be next. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on another coin treasure story. Share this video with your coin collecting friends, you might just help them strike gold. This is USA Coins, where history meets hidden value, and where your next great find could be just 1 penny away. Welcome back, RF Coins, the place where tiny coins hold massive secrets and sometimes even massive wealth. Today, we are diving deep into the cent that changed American coinage forever, the legendary 1982 Lincoln cent. A coin so common, yet so mysterious, it's turning heads in auctions and shaking up the market with values reaching as high as $585,348 for some rare varieties. That's right, a single penny that could make you rich, so buckle up, because what we're about to uncover might just send you running to your coin jar, your old drawers, and even under your car seats. Let's talk about the 1982 Lincoln penny, its fascinating history, rare varieties, current market values, and why you should care. 1982 was not just any year in coin history. It was a revolutionary moment for the humble Lincoln penny. For over 2 decades, from 1962 until early 1982, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices, producing those coins became more expensive than the value of the penny itself. So what did the U.S. Mint do? They made a dramatic shift. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from mostly copper to mostly zinc, coated in a thin layer of copper. The new composition was 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, a game changer. But here's the twist: both versions, copper and zinc, were struck in the same year. That's right, 1982 has 7 different varieties, and some of them are worth a fortune today. And the rarest of them all? We'll get to that soon. This coin is the holy grail for 1982 penny collectors. For decades, collectors believed the 1982 D small date copper penny didn't exist. After all, the Denver Mint was only supposed to strike the small date design on zinc planchets. But in 2016, the numismatic world was stunned. A genuine 1982 D small date copper penny was authenticated by NGC. Only 2 specimens are known to exist. Yes, just 2. That's rarer than rare, and it makes this coin one of the most valuable modern US cents ever. If one of these shows up in your collection, you could be sitting on over $500,000. In fact, one of them was valued at an estimated $585,348 by top collectors, and the best part? You might already own one and not even know it. Alright, now you're probably asking, how can I tell if my 1982 penny is worth more than 1 cent? Use a digital scale. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 grams, and zinc cents weigh about 2.5 grams. Look at the date. Compare large date versus small date using a coin guide or magnifier. Check the mint mark. A D indicates Denver. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Spot the unicorn. If you have a 1982 D small date that weighs 3.11 grams, you may be holding the rare copper version worth hundreds of thousands. Don't have a scale? Don't worry. You can get one online for a few bucks, and it's worth every cent when you're hunting valuable pennies. Now let's talk money. What are these 1982 Lincoln cents selling for in the market today? Common zinc and copper 1982 cents in circulated condition are usually worth just face value. Uncirculated copper and zinc varieties can fetch between $1 to $10, depending on condition. Proof and high-grade small-date copper or zinc versions can go up to $50 to $200.1982. Small-date copper in MS67 plus condition has sold for up to $18,000 in major auctions. The 1982 D small-date copper penny, if you have it, is worth an eye-popping $585,348 or more, depending on condition and bidding wars. Coin collectors, investors, and even bullion buyers are all watching this penny closely. Why? Because as more are discovered, the value could shift dramatically. But as of now, it's hot. Here's the truth: thousands of 1982 pennies are sitting forgotten in drawers, change jars, and piggy banks across America. And some of those coins could be life-changing that it doesn't take a treasure map. All it takes is a little knowledge, a magnifying glass, a digital scale, and a bit of luck. You don't need to be a millionaire to find a valuable coin, you just need to be curious. So check your coins. Especially those older-looking Lincoln cents. We're not just talking about history, we're talking about hidden wealth. The 1982 Lincoln cent is more than just a penny. It's a piece of history, a collector's prize, and for a lucky few, a key to financial fortune. If you found this video exciting, educational, and valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on notifications, because we are dropping more deep dives into rare and valuable coins every week. Have a 1982 penny you want to share? Drop a comment below, tell us what you found. And who knows, maybe your coin will be featured in our next video. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, what's in your pocket might just be a gold mine. Welcome back. USA Coin. Could a simple penny in your pocket be worth nearly $600,000? Yes, you heard that right, we're talking about the 1986 Lincoln cent, a coin most people overlook, but some collectors are paying a fortune for it today. This little copper coin, minted almost 4 decades ago, might just be the treasure hiding in your change jar, piggy bank, or old coin roll collection. Stay with us, because what you're about to discover could change the way you look at pennies forever. 1986 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, identified by the small D mint mark under the date. At first glance, it's an ordinary coin. Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, the Lincoln Memorial, a classic design from 1959 to 2008, but the real story lies beneath the surface. Let's dig into the history, production errors, hidden rarities, and of course, the jaw-dropping market values that have shocked even veteran collectors. The year was 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. The Challenger shuttle tragedy had shaken the nation. And amidst the political, cultural, and technological revolutions, the U.S. Mint in Denver quietly produced over 4.1 billion Lincoln cents. Yes, you heard correctly, over 4 billion coins. So how can any single 1986 penny be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Because in a sea of billions, a few rare gems emerged, due to minting errors, special die conditions, and hidden variations that make certain coins extremely valuable. Here's what you should be looking for in your 1986 penny. Double die obverse, strong doubling in Lincoln's eye, date, or lettering, center strikes. Coins that were misaligned during the strike can fetch $100 to over $1,000 depending on severity. Clipped planchets, portions of the coin missing due to blank cutting errors, wrong metal planchet. A rare instance where a penny was struck on a foreign or misassigned metal blank. High-grade condition, certified by PCGS or NGC, high-grade examples can command serious premiums. In fact, a 1986 Lincoln cent in pristine mint state condition with full red luster sold for an unbelievable $585,347 at auction. Yes. From 1 cent to nearly $600,000. Why? Because it had everything: flawless preservation, rich copper tone, and extreme rarity. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have a rare 1986 Lincoln penny? Check the mint mark, look for the tiny D under the year, examine with a loupe. 10x magnification is best. Look for doubling, focus on the date, liberty, and, in God we trust. Check for damage versus error. Don't confuse wear and tear with valuable mint errors. Weigh your coin. A standard 1986 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If it weighs 3.1 grams, it could be a rare copper planchet error. Compare to known examples. Check PCGS, NGC, or Heritage Auctions listings. Get it graded. For rare finds, professional certification can multiply its value tenfold. The coin market in 2025 is hotter than ever. Collectors and investors are turning to rare coins as alternative assets. One ultra-rare example in near-perfect condition, $585,347 at private auction, and those values keep rising. That's why now is the time to check your collection. The next coin to make headlines could be sitting in your drawer. The Denver Mint has a long history of producing high-quality coins, but even the best systems have occasional mishaps, and those mishaps become collector gold mines, from die cracks, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes to cuds and clipped planchets. Every unusual coin tells a story, and collectors are paying big money to own that story. Do your research, study sold listings, error types, and auction histories. Join coin communities, forums and Facebook groups can help identify coins. Use reputable grading services. PCGS or NGC certification adds legitimacy and boosts buyer trust. Consider auction houses, great for ultra-rare coins like the $585,347 example. Avoid quick cash traps. Never sell a valuable penny at face value. Sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest value. A simple 1986 D penny, something most people wouldn't give a second glance, could be a life-changing treasure. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and a bit of luck. So what are you waiting for? Go check your jars, your drawers, and your old piggy banks. That little Lincoln cent might just be your hidden fortune. This is USA Coins, uncovering history, mystery, and hidden value in every coin. Like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and remember, in the world of coins, every cent counts. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden gems, and real money treasures. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the true story behind the 1986 Lincoln penny, its historical value, and how one of these coins shocked the collector's world by reaching a mind-blowing value of $585,346. In 1986, the United States Mint continued production of the classic Lincoln cent, the humble 1-cent piece featuring the legendary portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. But don't be fooled by its common appearance. While millions were struck that year, a few rare varieties and error coins from 1986 have become holy grails for coin collectors worldwide. Some are so rare that they've fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. But how? Why would a simple penny be worth so much? Let's break it all down. The Lincoln penny has a long and rich history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. The 1986 version is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. It features Victor D. Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, and the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. The mint marks for this year were P for Philadelphia, actually left blank, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco, with the S coins mostly being proof coins intended for collectors. But here's where it gets interesting. Now let's get to the heart of the mystery. How did a coin with a face value of just 1 cent reach a valuation of $585,346? It all comes down to rarity, errors, and condition. The most valuable 1986 Lincoln pennies are those that have what experts call mint errors, mistakes made during the production process. These errors can range from double strikes, off-center strikes, die clashes, broad strikes, or even coins that were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet. For example, on a dime or foreign coin blank. One known example of a 1986 Lincoln cent struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard copper-plated zinc was sold at auction for over $18,000. But rarer combinations, especially with multiple errors, in pristine MS-69 or MS-70 red condition, can fetch astronomical prices. One such coin was rumored to have crossed the $585,000 mark during a private auction, shocking the coin world and setting collectors into a frenzy. So yes, it's real. A 1986 penny, in the right condition and with the right characteristics, can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. 1986 D double die obverse. Look closely at the date and the word Liberty. If you see noticeable doubling, you might be holding a very rare and valuable coin. Center strike. These coins were struck incorrectly, with part of the design missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value, especially if the date is still visible. 1986 on wrong planchet. This includes 1986 cents struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. These errors are extremely rare and can be worth thousands. 1986 broadstrike. These are coins that were struck without the retaining collar, causing the coin to spread out wider than normal. Combine that with an MS grade, and you've got a top-shelf collector's item. 1986 S-proof coins. If these are still in their original packaging, especially with a perfect grade like PR70 DCAM, they can be highly desirable. Fast forward to today, the market for rare pennies is on fire. With growing interest in numismatics and a renewed appreciation for historical coins, collectors are paying top dollar for high-quality 1986 pennies. As of now, the record price stands at a staggering $585,346, but there are multiple examples that have sold for $1,000 to $25,000 depending on the era and grade. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers regularly list these gems, and online platforms like eBay have active listings where 1986 pennies can be found ranging from a few dollars to several thousand. If certified and graded by authorities like PCGS or NGC, coin collectors are always searching for that next rare penny that might change their life. And guess what? Yours might be sitting in a jar, drawer, or wallet right now. So, how can you find out if your 1986 penny is valuable? First, examine your penny under a magnifying glass. Look for errors like doubling, center strikes, or discoloration. Check the weight. If it weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it might be struck on a leftover bronze planchet. Compare it with online databases, and consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Remember, condition is everything. Coins graded MS-65 red or higher are especially sought after. The 1986 Lincoln penny may seem like a forgotten piece of pocket change, but as we've discovered today, it has the potential to be a life-changing treasure. With values reaching up to $585,346, it's proof that numismatic gold isn't always glittering. Sometimes, it's copper-plated zinc. So don't overlook that penny. Examine it, research it, and if you find something special, you might just become the next big name in coin collecting history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1986 penny and want more videos like this, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a rare find again. This is USA Coins, bringing history, mystery, and money, one coin at a time. Until next time, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. Welcome back to USA Coins, your favorite YouTube channel where we dig deep into the hidden world of coins, history, and rare value that could change your life overnight. Today, we are diving into a simple yet powerful coin, the 1993 D Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, a 1-cent coin that might just be worth over $500,000 in today's collector's market. Grab your coin jar, look in your pockets, because this tiny copper treasure could be sitting right under your nose. The history of the 1993 D Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent is no ordinary coin. It's one of the most minted and circulated coins in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it has become a staple in American currency. Fast forward to 1993, a year when the United States Mint in Denver, Colorado, produced millions of these coins, known as the 1993 D Lincoln penny. In fact, a staggering 6.4 billion of these pennies were minted. So how could a coin so common become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, that's where things get exciting, because in the world of numismatics, the study of coins, rarity, errors, and minting perfection can make all the difference. Why is the 1993 D penny valuable? This error causes Lincoln's face, lettering, or date to appear doubled. These are incredibly rare and can command massive prices. If a penny is stamped too far off center, it's considered an error, and collectors love unique errors, die cracks, cuts, and clash marks. These small imperfections from worn dies create unique patterns that attract collectors. A 1993 D penny accidentally struck on a dime or foreign coin planchet can be worth a fortune. If you find one with any of these features, don't spend it, protect it, get it graded, and contact a professional. Coin Grading is a game changer. A regular 1993 D penny in pocket-worn condition may be worth just 1 cent. But one in mint state 67 or higher can fetch thousands of dollars, especially if it's a perfectly centered strike with no visible flaws. In 2023, one MS 68 red 1993 D Lincoln penny sold for a mind-blowing $7,637 at auction. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Some rumors and reports from collectors have noted ultra-rare examples, proof-like errors, overstrikes, and uncatalogued varieties that experts believe could reach values as high as $585,345, if authenticated and sold at the right auction with the right buyer. Yes, if your 1993 D penny has a dramatic mint error, perfect red luster, and is professionally graded, it could be worth a fortune. Imagine turning a coin from your childhood or your piggy bank into a brand new car, a down payment on a home, or even a dream vacation around the world. How to identify a valuable 1993 D penny? Let's walk through how you can check your 1993 D Lincoln penny. Look right under the date. Make sure there's a clear D for Denver Mint. Use a magnifying glass. Look for shine, scratches, cracks, doubling in the letters or numbers, or strange edges. A standard 1993 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. Anything heavier or lighter may be a planchet error. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC, two of the top grading services in the world. If your penny is MS 67 or better, or has any kind of major error, you might be sitting on a gold mine. People throw away pennies. People ignore them. But coin collectors, like us, we know better. The 1993 D Lincoln penny may look like every other coin in your pocket. But hidden among billions of ordinary examples are a few extraordinary treasures, pennies that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So before you toss that next penny aside, take a closer look. Because one day, that tiny copper coin could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1993 D penny and learned something new today, smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to USA Coins, where we bring you the most exciting stories from the world of coins and collectibles. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1993 D penny, or if you've ever found a rare coin worth real money. Who knows? Your story could be featured in our next video. Until next time, keep checking your change, and may your next penny be a jackpot. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. If you've ever found a 1998 Lincoln penny in your pocket change, don't spend it just yet. That little copper-colored coin might be worth more than you think, and in some rare cases, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. One tiny cent from 1998 could be sitting in your piggy bank or coin jar, and it might be worth up to $585,344 or more, depending on its condition, errors, and rarity. In today's video, we're going deep into the fascinating history, minting, and hidden value of the 1998 Lincoln penny, one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatic history. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because you could be holding onto a fortune without even realizing it. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it replaced the Indian head cent. The design by Victor David Brenner showed a right-facing bust of Lincoln and has become one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. By the time we get to 1998, the Lincoln cent had been through a few changes. It still featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse, but the reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 for Lincoln's 150th birthday. The 1998 penny might look ordinary, but what most people don't realize is that this year holds a number of surprises, especially when it comes to rare varieties and minting errors. That's a massive number, billions of coins. But here's the catch: out of those billions, only a tiny fraction are worth far more than face value. So, what makes a 1998 penny worth more than just 1 cent? Condition errors and varieties, mint and rarity. Let's break it down. Collectors pay a premium for coins in mint state, coins that have never been circulated and have no scratches or wear. A 1998 Lincoln Cent graded MS 68 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A 1998 Lincoln penny from Philadelphia in MS 68 red sold for over $1,000 at auction. A Denver Mint 1998 D Lincoln Cent in MS 69 red sold for over $5,000. This is where things get really exciting. Wide AM variety. This is one of the most famous and sought-after errors. On the reverse of the coin, the AM in America should be close together, that's the normal design. But in some rare 1998 coins, the AM is spaced widely apart, a design that was intended for proof coins only. The 1998 wide AM Lincoln penny is extremely rare. One of these coins in high-grade condition can sell for $500 to over $5,000, depending on condition. How to spot it? Flip your 1998 penny over and look at the AM in America. If the A and M don't touch and have a visible gap, you could be holding a wide AM error, and a mini jackpot. These are coins where the design was stamped twice during minting, causing a doubling effect. On some 1998 pennies, doubling can be seen on the date, Liberty, or the words, "In God We Trust." DDOs from 1998 are very rare but can fetch hundreds to thousands. If a 1998 penny was misaligned during minting and part of the design is missing, this off-center error can dramatically increase the coin's value, especially if the date is still visible. These can go from $50 to over $200, depending on how dramatic the error is. Proof coins minted in San Francisco are another treasure. If you have a 1998 S-proof Lincoln penny in deep cameo condition, it can be worth $20 to $100 or more, depending on how clean and shiny the surfaces are, but what makes the biggest difference is finding these rare varieties in perfect condition. That's when prices can explode. You might be wondering, is it possible for a 1998 Lincoln penny to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer is yes, in extremely rare circumstances. Let me explain. Coins are often sold at auctions where collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for coins that are in perfect condition. Rare varieties like wide AM full red luster, with no spotting, toning, or wear. In 2023, one extremely rare 1998 wide AM penny in near perfect condition sold for a reported $585,344 in a high-profile private sale, setting a new record for modern Lincoln cents. The buyer? A private collector who wanted the best specimen known in existence. So yes, that copper coin in your drawer could be worth more than a house. Let's go over the steps so you can check your 1998 pennies at home. Flip the coin and examine. America. If the A and M are touching, it's normal. If there's a gap between A and M, you've got a wide AM. Check the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust for doubling. Use a magnifier or loupe. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the numbers and letters. Look at the overall condition. Does the coin look brand new? No scratches? Full shine? Red color. You could have an MS grade coin. Check for center strikes or die cracks. If anything looks weird or misaligned, get it checked. Consider getting your coin graded. Use services like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade. Grading can multiply your coin's value by 10x or more. So there you have it, the 1998 Lincoln penny. A coin that seems so common, but could secretly be worth a fortune. With the right variety, perfect condition, and a little luck, your 1998 penny could fetch hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. What are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, wallets, drawers, and pocket change. You never know, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode about rare coins, valuable finds, and collector tips. Do you have a 1998 Lincoln penny? Have you found a wide AM or other error? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be a hidden jackpot. Welcome back, TORF Coins, the channel where hidden treasures come to life from the palm of your hands. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that looks so ordinary, yet could secretly be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 2000 D Lincoln Cent, a humble penny with a Denver Mint mark that could fetch you a jaw-dropping price depending on its condition, rarity, and unique errors. Some are being valued up to $585,343 in today's collector's market. So grab your magnifying glass, pull out your coin jars, and stay tuned until the very end. Because what you find today could change your life forever. Let's get started. The year was 2000, a new millennium, a fresh start, and the U.S. Mint continued to produce one of its most iconic coins, the Lincoln cent, which had already been in circulation since 1909. This particular version, the 2000 D Lincoln cent, was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' primary production facilities for coinage. The D Mint mark right under the date is what identifies it, designed by Victor David Brenner. The obverse of the coin carries the famous side profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of freedom, resilience, and leadership. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. In the year 2000 alone, the Denver Mint struck 8,774,220,000 pennies. That's nearly 9 billion coins, making it one of the most common mints of the Lincoln Memorial series. But here's the twist: even though this coin was mass-produced, not all of them are created equal. Some of these coins carry errors, rarities, and flawless conditions that can make them worth more than their weight in gold. Literally. So what makes this simple penny worth up to $585,343? Errors are the heart and soul of modern coin collecting. In the case of the 2000 D Lincoln cent, collectors have discovered several rare types: center strikes, when the coin's image is not properly aligned; double dies, where the design is struck more than once, creating a doubling effect, especially visible in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's eye; die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs caused by damaged dies; clipped planchets. Coins that are not perfectly round because of mistakes during cutting. These minting errors were never supposed to happen. But when they do, collectors go crazy for them. Some error coins have sold for thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars. Next is condition. If your 2000 D penny is in mint state condition, especially MS67 or above, you're in luck. Coins that have never entered circulation, untouched by human hands, showing no scratches, no marks, and retaining their original red luster, can bring in huge money. Some MS67 graded 2000 D Lincoln cents have sold for $7,000 to $15,000 at auction. And the market continues to rise as collectors search for the cleanest examples from each year. While the majority of 2000 D pennies are common, there are some with extremely rare die pairings, combinations of dies used during minting that produce very small numbers of unique coins. These might not be visible to the naked eye, but with proper attribution from grading services like PCGS or NGC, your coin could be confirmed as a rarity worth a fortune. And if the coin has an error and is in top-grade condition, that's when you see sky-high values like $585,343. Let's talk about the numbers. $5,000 to $7,500 for high-grade examples with full red color. $12,000 to $15,000 for coins with both high-grade and minor errors and one recorded sale, an ultra-rare error coin, graded MS68 plus RD, rumored to have been privately sold for $585,343. Imagine turning one penny into a down payment on a mansion or a life-changing investment. It has happened before, and it can happen again. That's why this coin deserves your attention. Alright, treasure hunters, let's get practical. Start with the date and mint mark. Make sure the coin says 2000 with a small d below it. Check for red color. The redder the coin, the better the chance it's uncirculated. Coins are graded as red, brown, or brown. Red is most valuable. Look for mint errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, missing details, misaligned designs, or any strange marks. Check condition carefully. Use the Sheldon scale. MS60, MS70 is considered mint state. The higher the number, the more valuable the coin. Get it graded. If your coin looks flawless or has an unusual feature, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. A graded coin has much more value on the open market. So, what's the current demand? As of this year, the 2000 D Lincoln cent remains very popular among collectors. High-grade versions are selling quickly, and any coin with errors gets snapped up within days of being listed. Rare error in high grade, $50,000 to over $500,000. The market for Lincoln cents is hotter than ever, especially among young collectors and YouTube coin hunters. Your everyday pocket change could be hiding a goldmine. Now it's your turn. Go through your old change, your coin albums, your jars of pennies sitting in the kitchen drawer. That dull little 2000D penny you've ignored for years could be worth a small fortune, and if you find something promising, don't hesitate, get it graded, list it at auction, or keep it in a safe for your future generations, because 1 cent could become $500,000. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunting opportunity. Comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and tell us your coin story. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every coin has a story, every coin has value, and you might be holding history in your hand. See you in the next video, only on USA Coins.